Episode 1, Guardians of the Infinite Sky. The screen lights up with a star-filled sky, and the camera pans to bright moon, bustling with activity. The rebellion is thriving, and the people of Etheria are rebuilding after the victory against Horde Prime. However, their peace is interrupted by a mysterious signal coming from deep space, echoing across the planet. The episode begins with Adora, Glimmer, Bo, and Katra standing in the She-Ra and the Princesses of Power, Season 6, Episode 1, Guardians of the Infinite Sky. The screen lights up with a star-filled sky, and the camera pans to bright moon, bustling with activity. The rebellion is thriving, and the people of Etheria are rebuilding after the victory against Horde Prime. However, their peace is interrupted by a mysterious signal coming from deep space, echoing across the planet. The episode begins with Adora, Glimmer, Bo, and Katra standing in the war room, staring at a holographic map of the galaxy. The signal keeps playing, a haunting yet familiar melody. It's coming from the Veldarian Nebula, Bao explains, tapping at his tech pad. But there's something weird about it. It's encoded in First One's tech. It might be a distress call. Adora, now more confident than ever as She-Ra, tightens her grip on the Sword of Protection. If someone needs help, we have to go. Etheria isn't the only world worth saving anymore. Katra crosses her arms, raising an eyebrow. And what if it's a trap? Last time we went into space, we almost didn't make it back. Which is why we'll be prepared this time, Glimmer interjects, glowing with determination. Besides, we're not just going for anyone. That signal, it matches data on First One's relics. It could help us understand She-Ra's powers even more. Katra groans, but eventually relents. Fine, but if this turns into another galaxy-wide war, I'm pinning it on you, Sparkles. Act 1. The group begins. They gathers their team, Frosta, Perfuma, Mermista, and Entrapta, aboard the Star Spark, the Rebellion's refurbished spaceship. Entrapta eagerly tinkers with the controls, mumbling about improving hyperdrive efficiency while Spraggett scurries around the cockpit. Katra lounges near a viewport, watching Etheria shrink into the distance. Adora sits beside her, nudging her shoulder. You okay? Katra smirks. As okay as someone who's about to go flying through another void of chaos can be. Their banter is interrupted when the ship jolts violently, pulled into the Veldarian Nebula's gravitational field. Glimmer uses her teleportation magic to stabilize everyone while Entrapta furiously works the controls. They land on a derelict space station surrounded by a shimmering, shifting aurora. Act 2. Secrets of the Nebula. Inside the station, the group discovers ancient First One's inscriptions glowing faintly along the walls. Adora's sword reacts to the energy, pointing them toward the station's core. They pass through eerie, empty halls where flickering holograms of the First Ones replay fragments of their history. Suddenly, they're attacked by Nebula Guardians, mechanical constructs programmed to defend the station. She-Ra springs into action, slicing through the constructs with ease, but their numbers overwhelm the group. Perfuma uses vines conjured from her magic to hold them back while Bo disables their programming with one of his gadgets. Katra, meanwhile, notices something odd. These things aren't just protecting the station, they're guarding something. She points toward a sealed door marked with the First One's sigil. Inside, the group finds a glowing sphere, a relic of immense power. Adora places her hand on it, and a holographic message activates. A projection of Mara, the previous She-Ra, appears. Mara, Adora gasps, her heart racing. Mara's hologram explains that the sphere, known as the Starheart Core, is a fragment of the First One's ultimate power source. Horde Prime had sought it to conquer the galaxy, but the First Ones hid it deep within the nebula. If it falls into the wrong hands, it could reignite galactic war. Act 3. An old enemy returns. Before the group can process Mara's warning, an explosion rocks the station. They rush back to the surface to find a massive fleet led by Commander Veltrix, a loyalist to Horde Prime seeking revenge. Veltrix demands the Starheart Core, threatening to destroy the station if they don't comply. Adora refuses, transforming into She-Ra. You'll have to go through us first. A massive battle ensues, with the team fighting Veltrix's forces while trying to protect the station. Mermista summons waves of water from her magic reserves, freezing enemies in place, while Frosta creates ice barriers to block enemy fire. Glimmer teleports through the chaos, taking out ships with bursts of radiant energy. Katra, piloting one of the enemy's hijacked ships, provides air support alongside Bo, who uses his trick arrows to disable enemy weapons. Entrapta programs the station's defenses, unleashing a swarm of drones to fight back. Act 4. The Starheart's True Power. During the battle, Veltrix breaches the station and confronts Adora in the core chamber. He attempts to absorb the Starheart's power, causing the station to destabilize. Adora, using her connection as She-Ra, channels the Starheart's energy to neutralize Veltrix. The power overwhelms her, and for a moment she's lost in the energy's immense flow. Mara's voice echoes in her mind. Adora, remember who you are. You're not just She-Ra, you're a protector of all life. Guided by Mara's wisdom, Adora redirects the energy, restoring balance to the station. Veltrix is defeated, retreating with his remaining fleet. The team escapes just as the station collapses, the Starheart core safely contained in She-Ra's sword. New Horizons. Back aboard the Star Spark, the team reflects on their adventure. Adora gazes out at the stars, feeling a renewed sense of purpose. Katra sits beside her, leaning against her shoulder. So, we saved the galaxy again. What's next? Adora smiles. Whatever it is, we'll face it together. The episode ends with the ship flying through the nebula, the stars lighting their path, and Mara's message echoing in Adora's mind. The galaxy is vast, and its light depends on those who protect it. What do you think?